How to close clients in a simple, short, 5 to 10 minute long Loom video. How many of you were attracted by that and wanted to come on in and wanted to watch this training because of that topic? Yeah. I know you've been working in the online industry for a couple of years now. You've made it this far. You've got clients, you're posting great pieces of content. You know how to connect with people. People love your work. People love what you do. You've brought in so much transformation in people's lives. And now you're ready to do more. Now you've got a vision, you've got passion, you know where you're headed. You have this dream, you have clarity, you've got offers, you've got everything running for you. But then why are you chasing your clients away, my friend? Yeah, you heard that right, right? Let me ask you again. Why are you constantly engaged in activities that create noise, that create distraction, rather than doubling down on those tasks that bring in more clients and give you an opportunity to serve them and share what you know best? Yeah, I'm going to ask you a very, 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 very important question. It's super critical. Okay. Let's say you have this event coming up where you're going to put out your offer in front of people, and I gave you 100 people served to you on a platter, and I said, okay, go warm them up, convert them into your paid clients through your event, or howsoever. And so, how many people do you think out of 100 people will join your core offer? Do you have a number for me, or you don't have a number for me? If the number is less than five, there are a lot of opportunities for you to maximize and bring in more clients out of the same audience. If I gave you 500 new people, which is pretty easy actually. If I gave you 500 new people, how many people out of that do you have a system process where you can maximize the number of people moving, make them move faster and turn them into your paid clients? When I say move faster, do you have a process of nurturing, building a connection so that they move faster along with what you have on offer, and then turn them into your paid clients? If you don't have those numbers mapped out, my friend, it's time to start doing that. It's a very, very simple process. The minute you start tracking and mapping out things, you're able to identify the gaps and the leaks in your business, and you're able to fix them like a good mechanic. And the minute that happens, your car starts riding like a jet plane. Okay, the car of your business starts flying like a jet plane. Your offers start flying high. Okay, so I'm going to just share my screen and share with you the whole new model, which is going to get you both 2024 ready as well as 2025 ready. And what is the new coaching model? What are the different pieces? How do we simplify our businesses going forward without jumping in on sales calls? Before we dive right in, I want to talk to you about the growth curve that you were seeing up until a couple of years ago has kind of slowed down. What used to work just up until a couple of years ago, even up until 6 months ago, 9 months ago, last year, has not been working out exactly the same way. And do you know the reason why? Do you know the reason why? That's because there's been a major shift in our coaching industry. Like these happen every 3 to 4 years. They're like big ones. And right now we are going through a major transformation in the industry with all the technology coming in, all AI coming in. People are losing jobs, some are pivoting, so much exposure, no entry barrier to coaches. Everybody has turned themselves into a coach. You can't tell who's faking and who's the real one. There was a time just up until I think last year where when Alex Hormozy came out with this book, this fancy book, sold millions of copies of it, and he taught people. I mean, he was doing good service. He was teaching really good stuff, and he taught to the masses how to offer guarantees for your programs and your offers in 5 different juicy ways. And everybody went ahead and started giving out those guarantees, and they were used and overused and abused in every possible shape and form up until it was all banned. It has become a legal compliance. You cannot do that. So be very mindful of making sure that you don't do that anymore. So you'll see that now those guarantees have gone away. Another shift that I see in the industry, and this is very important for you to know because we want to make sure that we as coaches who've got beautiful gifts to share with the world and help other people's lives, that's a responsibility of sorts, right? So our job is to be on top of our businesses, to switch to models, to make adjustments to what is working today and what is going to continue to work for a much longer period of time, right? While keeping it all simple, while keeping our businesses profitable, making them fun, keeping them lean, not drive us crazy, and stuff like that. I also see another shift that has happened, which is really interesting to me. Up until I think a couple of years ago, I used to see every person in the online space talking about, oh, I'm after making $1 million. I'm after making $10 million. This is my goal. I see the shift is that more and more people have gotten burnt out over the years. It's not easy to sustain the pressure of social media and posting and constantly trying to be visible, not making so much headway. Most people I'm seeing, they're talking about if they can make $30,000, $50,000 a month consistent, where they have full control over their business. They can take time off, where they can make a choice. Like, they wake up on a weekday and say that, oh, okay, I am going out on a lunch date with my bestie. I'm taking my kids out on a play date today. I'm going out for a hike today. Oh, I'm pursuing this hobby today. Or I'm taking a 2-week holiday to this new country and explore it. And, all of that good stuff. And, or, I want to slow it down right now, or this is the season time and I'm all set. I'm all recharged. I want to double down. I don't want a big team, but I want to keep my business very, very simple, very, very lean, not a big team who sits on top of my head, gives me a lot of pressure and tension, a lot of supervision, a lot of outgoing expenses. I want to keep it very, very predictable, simple, controllable, fun, profitable, very, very purposeful. If that's you guys, I am going to share with you a very, very lean, profitable, 2025 ready coaching model, which is the most unique way of bringing in aligned coaching clients, literally while being hands off, without becoming the slave to social media, while eliminating all this tension, pressure, need, this whole tight energy of going ahead and always having to post and trying to get eyeballs and attention and working up against the algorithm. If you keep doing that, that's your noise, that's your distraction, going into 1,000 Facebook groups, trying to do different things, getting these paid memberships, running Facebook ads. All of this is keeping us stuck in the hamster wheel. Isn't it true for you? Right? You want to continue doing business like that. Do you think that this is the way you're going to get more and more clients? You'll be able to grow faster while creating time freedom for yourself, and of course, money freedom for yourself, because you want to keep it profitable. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be sharing my screen and I'm going to be walking you through the entire brand new coaching model that we've been using for a couple of years now, which works beautifully. It's been tried and tested, where you really, really get down to simplify your business pieces. You get to remove all the noise and you get to pull out more out of what you're already doing without putting in anything extra. And the most important thing is you don't have to do sales calls. You don't have to die posting on social media, and you don't have to chase your clients. So no objections, none of that jazz. Not everyone is like, super fond of jumping in on calls with clients, which is totally understandable. This should not come in the way of you not bringing in more clients and working together with them and making a difference in their lives, right? So I want you to take out all those extra hats. I'm not going to take out mine. I want you to take away all your extra hats, put them down there, see how the new coaching model works. It's all about whatever you're already doing, how to get more out of that, out of every piece, every component that you're already engaging in your business, in your coaching business, right? So as an example, if you're bringing in new people, and if you're focused on just bringing in new people, and you don't know how to convert them, then no matter how many people do you keep bringing in, no matter how many lead generation specialists you keep hiring, no matter how many ads you keep running, you will just let them fall off through the grid all the damn time, and you'll keep chasing them because they will not be converting, and you'll have a very large number of people to handle at every given point in time. So that doesn't seem to work anymore. Also, if you have a community, if you have a Facebook group, and you know the drill, constant posting, constant running after people, constant inviting them for your events, constantly telling them to come and watch your content, constantly tagging them, no response, total crickets. You don't know what to do next. There are some people out there who keep talking about, oh, I'm able to monetize my group and I'm making a couple $100,000 every month and this, that, and the other. And you're like left wondering, what the hell am I missing here? Guys, it's very, very simple. Use a little bit of technology, which is common sense technology. Don't get put off by any of this technology and all this stuff that I'm talking to you about. Not even one bit, because idea is not to get you involved in another piece of noise. This is all about, just like you hire help, you hire VAs, you hire support, you outsource a little bit of automated work, which works at the click of a button, and you just outsource that piece to a very, very good, smart piece of simple technology, just at the click of 1 or 2, 3 buttons, and you're good to go. It takes a lot off your plate, okay? And it leaves you with a lot of time to humanize the connection. Humanize the connection. Why that's important in today's world, guys? Why is that important in today's world, humanizing the connection? Because that's another big shift. That's the biggest shift that has happened in humanity since, especially post-COVID, where even though you would agree with me on this, okay? Let me know if you do. Even though technology has opened up the whole world for us, but also it has driven us apart. We are the most lonely souls today, right? We are craving human connection the most. Is that right, or is that right? Do you agree with me? So if you can offer just a little bit of connection to your people, okay, it changes everything. You start bringing in more clients. And we have seen that adding a little bit of technology really, really helps bring back a lot of our time. Okay, so I'm going to take you through this. Stay with me up until the end. We'll take like 5 minutes to take you through the whole process of what are the different components, how do they work, how do they come together, how can they completely make a big shift into your business, and how they can help you bring in more clients, nice and easy, literally in a breeze. Okay, all right, let's dive in. So this is my favorite model that we've been working on for years and years and years, both with my done for you clients, with my mastermind clients. And now we are launching this weekly sales membership, which is going to be our lowest ticket offering up until now. And we're going to follow the exact same thing to support our people into getting some insane results when it comes to client getting. It's a 1,000 feet above strategy that I'm going to be walking you through step by step. How does it work? How can you make use of it so that you're able to find what are the gaps in your business and how you can fix them, and go from becoming an overlooked entrepreneur into becoming a standout coach who is absolutely sought after. That's what your purpose on this earth is, all right? Our goal is to get clients where we get an easy close. Yeah, we don't have to chase them, run after them, sound needy, pushy, any of that stuff. That's not aligned with us. We want clients who are aligned. When they are aligned, they like us, they become fans of us, and they take action, they bring in more testimonials, they keep our business growing, they invite more people in, and so on and so forth. We don't want to deal with people who have resistance. So we want people who already show up in a world with very low to zero resistance, no objections, who love us, who are our biggest fans, and they convert super fast. That's fast sales closing cycle. If you don't know what that means, that's fine. That simply means the time taken between when they come into your world to the time when they become your paid client. How long is that duration? What is going on in that process? Most people do not have any systematized process installed in their businesses in order to move people on that path of becoming paid clients the fastest, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse engineer from here, from that end goal on the far right. We're going to go back and we're going to find out what are the areas of our business that we need to look at in order to achieve this kind of a client getting system in our business, okay? In order to assess our components, it's very important to know how and where, what processes do we engage in our businesses to enroll our clients, because that's once we list down, and every business will be different. I'm not asking you to change the way you run your business. I'm saying whatever it is that you're doing, I want you to start optimizing every component so that it becomes far more productive, far more efficient, brings in more clients, brings in clients that are more fun. It's all a step-by-step process. You can absolutely indoctrinate your clients in a very, very specific strategic way in order to turn them into your fans, and then use a little bit of technology to sift them out from the stack of hay and start building, nurturing, rapport building conversations with them, just a couple of them inside your messenger, and turn them into paid clients. That's the best, fastest, easiest way to keep them off. And once you also learn the framework to creating Loom videos that convert, there's a whole step-by-step framework to it. And once you learn how to do it, once you master how to do it, and you start sending that out, customized to your clients, and you see the magic unfold, there is no resistance, there is no, they're more than ready to work with you. They're reaching out to you, asking you how can they get their support, how soon can they start working together with you. It just shifts the whole energy around. That's the way we all want to live and work and show up in our world, right? So there are three ways broadly in which you enroll your clients. You can do that in DMs. Yeah, if you're doing that, we can, there's always opportunity to maximize that. You could be doing workshops, live workshops, where you show up, build a beautiful connect with them. It's very difficult to convert people on social media. So your goal is to quickly bring them in inside your workshops, build a beautiful connect with them, offer value, make them absolutely like you. Because once they spend an hour with you in a Zoom room, it's very difficult for them to forget about you, right? If you said something that clicked with them, that emotionally connected with them, they are always going to remember about you, right? And the third way is if you do calls, Zoom calls or something, that's another way to enroll clients. So now we are saying that you take away the calls component because you're not very happy. Some of you don't find that fun. So then we have taken the best piece out of it and we have converted it into closing clients in DMs using short 5 to 10 minute Loom videos using very, very strategic framework. Okay, so that piece is taken care of. Then there are workshops, as I just spoke about, and there are DMs. Now, DMs, some people have a lot of resistance, and I want to come and talk to you about it. Guys, when it comes to DMs, very, 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 very important to know, they are the bestest tool available to us. That's even better than what a Tony Robbins has got with him. You heard me right, okay? Listen to this again. There is no other platform, social media platform, channel, email, anything that's run by a chatbot, even YouTube, there is no other platform apart from your personalized inbox that's actually personalized and that's actually a two-way conversation. There is no opportunity anywhere else where you can have a two-way conversation. DMs are the best way, simplest, easiest. Just pick up your phone and just leave a line or leave a couple of text messages, and that's really about it. It instantly personalizes and humanizes the connection. That's what people are missing today. And even people like Sean Q is an 8-figure sales coach. He's acknowledged the same thing. I spoke in a summit that was curated by him, and then we were doing a little interview. It's been published on all my pages. You'll have access to it. And he's acknowledged the same thing. And he's like, holy shit, there is nothing called cold DMs, guys. Cold is people who are not yet indoctrinated to you. It's not the DMs. DMs is just a means of communication. It's like you pick up the phone and talk to your best friend. And it's because you already have an emotional connect with that person. It's easier for you to have a conversation with them without any resistance or rejection or feeling, icky, or those different words that you like to keep using. Now, this person doesn't know you, so they're cold to you, but the DMs are just a string of words. And your job is to use the right string of words, send out the right message with the right intention, with the intent to support them and with a clear goal to turn them from cold to warm to your paid clients the fastest. And DMs is the fastest channel. You run ads and you bring in people. It's almost like in the olden days when you were knocking at the doors. Nothing was more cold than that. You're just showing up in someone's face. I mean, today if someone does it, I'm just going to be like, excuse me, what are you doing? Right? But that used to be the form of marketing back in the day when the digital platform was not so active. And the flyers, the all of that. Here, you choose. You want to respond, respond. You don't want to respond, don't respond. You want to go and take a look at the person's profile. If they have something on offer that's going to be of value to you, go ahead and make use of it. It's not intrusive at all. Okay, you have to shift your perspective around that. We cover all of this inside our workshops, inside our memberships, inside our masterminds. If you want to shortcut your client getting process, learning to shift this perspective will help you make you go a long way faster. Okay, let's get back. All right. So now we know that we can enroll people in those 3 ways. Now, what is R&R, guys? R&R means ripe and ready. Do you want to work with people who are ripe and ready? Or do you want to work with people who are cold, come with objections, don't know anything about you? Do you think you're going to be able to make a purchase decision from someone whom you know nothing about or whom you know a little bit something about? Do you think it'll happen if you were to sell out a $3,000 program, $4,000 program, $5,000 program? Do you think you need to be suitably indoctrinated to that person, their methodology, what they stand for, what are their values, what kind of results do they bring in? Does that resonate with you? How can it help you? And all of those different questions, right? The problem that I see with most coaches today is we've been taught, open your Facebook group, open your community, and start pushing content after content after content, video after video after video. And once a new person gets inside your community, they see like a 50, 100 videos sitting there. There is no need, there is no urgency for them to go take action and even think of working together with you. Okay, that's problem one. So the first thing that we do is we create just 3 or 4, you heard me right, just 3 or 4 very strategic pieces of content. We plant them inside your group in a certain way so that people can access them and they only get to see those so that they get indoctrinated to you and your process the way they should be and not get overwhelmed by the noise and the distraction of 40 other, 50 other pieces of content, which keep them stuck. Once you learn how to do that, it becomes super easy for you to move your clients faster on. If you give too much food on the platter to someone, they're not going to order more food. So you remove all of that, you create a gap, you give them, you just let them know what they need to know when they come into your world so that the next step for them is to find out how can they get your help. So that's one very big problem that I've seen pretty much across all my clients up until now in the last 6 years. The next question you're going to ask me, Mani, I can do that, but how do I get them to come and watch my content? Nobody comes. I mean, we keep inviting them and we see very poor show. The group is not engaged. Nobody shows up. Nobody takes action. We see the conversion rates have gone down drastically. Of course. So that's why we introduce a very simple piece of technology that takes care of exactly that problem. What it does is it creates an indoctrination journey for your new people, and you have to set it up once and we help you do that. It's very simple. There's no learning curve per se. It's just a process step by step. Like you can open a Google Doc and go like, okay, step 1, do this, step 2, this, step 3, this, press save, and you're good to go. Something on those lines. And obviously we take you through that. And I mean, that much tech everybody can do, right? And then what happens is you deliver those pieces of content literally into their mouth using the indoctrination journey, using the technology, which runs on 100% automation, hands-free. Every single time someone comes into your world, inside your community, the indoctrination process, the journey, the content pieces are sent out to them on autopilot, even before you get to have any single piece of conversation with them one-on-one. They don't know about it. They think it's coming from you because it's coming from your personalized messenger inbox, but you have automated all of it like 100%. And out of those, then people who respond back, who warm up to you, who qualify themselves, who want to move forward, those are the ones who respond, and you get to then build a connection, a personalized, humanized connection with just those people. It's a beautiful combination of automation and humanization. You need to know how much automation you can take help of so that you free up a whole bunch of your time so that you can then humanize the connection with the right people and turn them into your clients super fast, right? So that's the indoctrination process. That's where I see a lot of gaps. And then what is R and MC square? It's all about building trust and rapport. So we have thrown out of the window the know, like, trust. You know, it's a very long phase. You go crazy. In order to build know, like, trust, you have to put out like 50 to 100 pieces of content. And by then we would have all grown old and we would have lost our dreams and our drive. So we don't want that to happen to all of us. So we got to find shortcut processes. We use the same indoctrination process to build very, very quick trust and rapport. And then we move away from the noise of constantly, always having to post, always having to think up of ideas, doing all the things inside other people's groups. None of that, completely gone. I have, someone reached out to me the other day and they said, he says, you've taken away 90% of my time that I used to spend on Facebook doing all kinds of crazy things. And now I don't know what to do with my time. So we said, okay, come back in and we'll create a whole plan for you to take action on now. So MC square is build meaningful connection and double down on it. That's where the cash is. Even a Tony Robbins cannot do it. Can a Tony Robbins or anyone like him, any influencer like him, can they, even if they wanted to, even if they can afford like a huge fleet of people and team members, can they even begin to think to reach out to you in your personalized messenger and have any one single piece of conversation with you? That's your cutting edge. You can do it. They cannot do it. Make use of it. Okay. And the third piece is, in order to get more clients faster, is the ability to track and measure in your business, whatever it is, the activities that you're doing. What you cannot measure will always stay right there. You will never be able to improve. Okay. Everything is very, very basic, simple. You can handle it yourself. But then if you have processes where you know that, okay, these are the 5 steps my people go through, and then you see that, okay, step 1 has the lowest conversion or step 3 has the lowest conversion, you go ahead, tweak it, fix it, amplify it, and it starts flowing again. It's like a pipeline. It's like a drain pipe. If there's any blockage, you go ahead, open it, let the water flow with full intensity. So you first create the pipe. You don't have a pipe in your business system because that pipeline is basically a series of sales conversion components, and they're all missing in your business. Most of your businesses, in my experience. So you first install the pipeline and then you start unclogging them. Okay. So now the question is, how do we do that? We go one step backwards, and now is the actual action time. How do we create the indoctrination process? I already actually explained it to you. How do we build the rapport? How do we double down on building meaningful connection with our people? And how do we track and measure so that we can start converting our DMs, so that we start converting from our workshops, from our DMs. And if we are doing calls, we can actually quadruple that, if not more. So what do? Is we use a technology called AI community. So we leverage a little bit of technology, build communities of people who are pre-qualified. What I'm talking about is the ability to warm up, nurture, and qualify people at every stage, so that by the time they even come, in my case, by the time people come into my Facebook group, they're already pre-qualified. Even though it's a free group, not everybody can even come in. They won't even get approved. Okay. So there's a whole process that we follow. And because of that, we get to work with a small group of people at quality over quantity, create a huge personal connection. And that helps us with really taking our conversion numbers super high. And it's pretty simple. And the next piece is having DM conversations. Very powerful, so powerful. If you knew exactly how to always show up as an expert. I'll give you an example actually. Okay, let me ask you this question. Okay, it's very powerful. Are there people on Facebook? Are there people on Facebook who are looking for exactly the same solution to the problem that you are solving? They may still not be in your world as yet, but are there people, yes or no, are there people on Facebook who are looking for the solution to the problem that you are solving? Yeah. How many of them are there? Are there like a couple hundred, a couple thousand, couple 10,000? Yeah, Facebook is loaded with them, loaded with them. Now, what if I gave you a very powerful, simple technology which said that at the click of a button, it's common sense technology, by the way. Okay, so if you're running a business, I'm sure that you have much more than what is called common sense. And yeah, so what you do is you find those people, like using a search box. We teach you how to do that. We do it together with you. You find those people, and then you have the technology. At the click of a button, you pull them into your bucket, and you have the ability to deliver your first conversation that also you write with us, and you send it out to them. You use the delivery system of the technology on automation to send out your first message, inviting them or offering to them exactly what it is that they have actually been looking out for, maybe yesterday, maybe 3 days ago, maybe 1 week ago. So you know that they are actively looking out for that solution, and you offer to them exactly something around that using technology as a delivery system. And you let them qualify themselves, and you let them come back to you. And the ones who reply back to you and the ones who want to know more, those are your qualified people with whom now you can have a personalized conversation and move them to the next stage. How cool is that? Then would you like to use this simple piece of technology or not? Because it saves you so much time. You always know what to say to them. Your conversation is not hitting a dead end. You're not coming across as spammy because you always know how to establish yourself as an expert. We cover all these things. We cover all these things. We want to keep you as an expert all throughout and let people decide if they're ready for more or not. If they are, if they take action that you desire, that you want them to take, okay, then we put them in a different bucket, okay, and so on and so forth. So it's a series of strategic actions that we take intentionally to get them to become our paid clients. Making sense? Would you like to use a system like that? Yes? Can your VA do that, by the way? Can your one VA do that, by the way? Let me know. And can three VAs, if you hired three VAs, could they do all of this stuff, this juicy stuff? No, they can't. They can't. It's not humanly possible. The stuff that technology can do, it's not possible. It's like human computing, right? It's like processing data. So that only technology can do, right? So you add a little bit of AI, a little bit of automation, keep it super simple, press a couple of buttons, and you're good to go. Yeah, I want you to fall in love with technology, not run away from it. Do you have kids? Do you have kids, right? If you could raise your kids, and if you could, there was no instruction manual that came with them, right? So if you could raise your kids and deal with everything that they put you through, this is like a piece of cake. You can do it. If you are running your business, and if you've been running your business, you've been braving the overwhelm, this is nothing. This will take away all your overwhelm, right? All right, let's finish this. We absolutely optimize, maximize, make use of, leverage DMs, our personalized inbox, and have conversations with the right people, because using AI and technology, the third one is AI and technology, AI and automation. Using this technology, it's very easy for us to give away all the automated tasks to the automation, and it helps us literally banana pick the right ripe people and put them in different buckets of their ripeness, so that we can handpick each bucket depending upon what is our end goal, and have a conversation with them, personalized conversation with them inside of DMs, so that we can drop the resistance completely, give them a flavor of what we really are, how approachable we are, how friendly we are, give them a flavor of what do we have on offer, maybe add some value to them, and turn them into our paid clients instantly, literally instantly. That's how it works. So the goal is to move completely away from chasing noise. When you switch to DMs, you're not dependent upon the algorithm. You don't care if the content is being shown by Facebook or not. It'll not get better from this day going on. Okay. So you deliver it, you use technology to deliver it, handpick it to deliver it inside of the messenger of your people so that they can watch it. If I gave you a link to watch, what are the odds that you're going to watch it vis-a-vis if I invited you, tagged you inside my Facebook group and said, come and watch that piece of content, what are the odds of you watching between the two? If I sent you 3, 4 very nicely crafted, juicy messages that you know that you cannot resist clicking on, like tiny little text, DMs cannot be like emails, right? It's very easy to write them. So if I just sent you 3 or 4 of them, along with some links, what are the odds that by the end of day 1 or day 2 or 3 or 4, you will end up clicking something? And that's what your goal is. So you double down on building meaningful connections all the time at every stage. So you know what to say. So you always show up as an expert. You build a beautiful, meaningful, deep connection with your people. And that's what builds the trust, guys. Not just posting, and throwing out offers at them and hoping that they'll come and watch something and then pitching them and then following up with emails and hoping that people will come and buy. That's not the business model that I see helping us in the world of today that we live in. Okay. And this strategy also allows us to start charging higher because now we are not chasing anyone. People are running after us. It allows us to really, really charge our worth. I won't say high or low, but I would say charge our worth. That's more important. So it's actually very simple. It's an easy client getting framework. So obviously we spoke about a little bit about leads. We close clients in simple short Loom videos, giving them exactly what they need. We have, and then we create a community of ripe and ready people or turn them into ripe and ready. And we do this by doing 2 things, by engaging a combination of automations, AI and automation, as well as DM conversations. So this, we automate repeatable tasks and then we humanize the rest of them. Okay. It's pretty simple. Everything is a framework. Client getting is a framework. You've got so many clients. Karen, she was doing live launches back in the day, and she was stuck at $50,000 or 6 figures doing live launches, boot camp. She's an art business coach. She literally 3x'd her revenue, went from 6 figures to 7 figures in just 8 weeks. Exactly the same principles, exactly the same foundation, step by step sales component. This is Lonson. He's an embodiment coach, right? And he's been one of my favorite clients. And he's left us a whole testimonial / case study. He was kind enough to show up. He had a whole belief shift in his understanding of what sales meant for him. So as an embodiment coach, he didn't want to do anything bro marketing. And all his exposure up until meeting with me was around, he had spent like tens and thousands of dollars on different coaches, pretty much getting scripts and, sales call scripts and all those kind of templates. And it was just not aligned with him. And when he came into our world, everything shifted for him. And he is doing amazingly well for himself now. And these 2 lovely ladies have also been a part of our program. And the one on the right is Tanya, and she has been amazing. She just launched her monthly membership, and she signed up, I think it's $150 a month. That's what she said. And she said using all the technologies, using the DM conversations for the first time, and being able to automate the work and organize my work and add a lot of structure to my work, I was able to bring in 30 people in the first month inside my membership, and she was super thrilled. She says, now I know exactly how to move them into my high ticket offer, and we'll continue to do that with her going forward. The one on the left is Lisa. She's a tech expert. She's a SaaSpreneur. She was able to make, I think, $15,000 or $17,000 already from her SaaS offerings. And she has mapped out her goal for the next 6 months, and it looks pretty juicy. I would let her numbers come out before I share those with you. People get multiple calls booked instantly. If you don't want to do calls, it's pretty simple. You replace that with your Loom closing methodology, right? And statistics say that most coaches, pretty much all, I'm saying most to be conservative, they're leaving up to 80% of the cash on the table. Even if you thought that person was super successful, they're doing it really well, they are crushing it, even they are leaving a big pile of cash on the table because of the absence of the sales conversion components at different levels, be it the offer stage, be it the workshop conversion stage, be it at the nurturing stage. If you're big on production and you do your landing pages and sales pages, it's okay if you don't. You could also use a Google document, but the goal is to get them to convert better. So conversions can happen in so many ways at so many levels, and each conversion can absolutely bring in more clients for you. Okay. So that is the exact reason why we have launched this lowest ticket offering from our site called Quantum Queens, which is a weekly membership for queens like yourselves. Of course, men are absolutely welcome as long as you're tuned in into your feminine. And what we are going to be doing inside this beautiful community cult of a space is we will be discussing one strategy every single week to bring in more clients in different areas of your business. And as I always say, selling is not about mindset. You can go and work with mindset coaches, they'll make you feel positive temporarily, but that doesn't ever bring in the sales. Learning to sell, learning to put your value out is an easy and fun skill set, guys. That's absolutely worth mastering, not only for your businesses, but I've seen once you start thinking, talking, processing, your brain starts getting wired into selling mode. When I say selling, that doesn't mean sell like an insurance agent or a real estate agent, but like when you're able to put out your value in front of the people the right way, the way it was originally intended to be, then what happens is your communication skills go up through the roof, and then it has a very, very positive effect even in all relationships around you, because then you're able to voice your thoughts out better. It has been a complete game changer for me. So the goal is to switch you from whatever it is that you're doing in your business to moving your business over one single social media platform rather than spreading yourself too thin over like all of them and trying to go crazy, try to manage them and posting like 8 times a day, 5 times a week. Also to have one single audience, have one signature offer, keep your business absolutely simple, lean, manageable, profitable, trackable, predictable, while keeping a small audience, minimizing your posting, making it super effective, because more posting does not really increase or help the algorithm, that I can promise you. Adding high touch systems into your business, because that's where high ticket is, and moving to higher ticket than where you already are as the main goal, so that you end up doing lesser and lesser amount of work while freeing up your time. You are a queen, and I invite you to this world. And as a sales queen, as they call me, I consider myself as a bridge between the gifts that you've been blessed with from up above to the people who are waiting for you to show up in their world to make a difference in their lives. I'm that bridge. That's my service. That's my calling. That's my karma. That's my purpose in this lifetime. So I invite you to join us. Is there anybody here who's into law of attraction and manifestation at all? I am. And in one line, if I were to explain it to you, what it does is it is nothing more than a two-way give and receive. Yeah, I know. So what it means is what you want to attract, bring in into your life, you give out more of that in a very meaningful way while impacting somebody else's life with exactly that, so that you announce to the universe, to God, to Jesus, to the source of all that is, it's all the same thing. You announce out there that you are so ready to receive, that your body is open, your mind is open, your heart is open, and you are ready to receive tenfold, hundredfolds of what you just put out and made a difference with in the world out there. Because I practice a lot of spirituality with my client getting processes. That's why my company is called Soulful Selling. the biggest hit and miss that I see when it comes to manifestation practices and not receiving what you really want is when you embody something. People work with a lot of embodiment coaches, which is brilliant, but then they embody and they learn how to raise their vibrations. They do these different practices, and then they sit and wait for some magic to come and show up and happen in their life, for the clients to just walk in. It doesn't work like that. That's not how the laws of the universe work. It's not something that's coming from me. These are the laws. You can't bend them. It's like the law of sound. It's like the law of gravity, same thing. So what happens is once you're in embodiment and you raise your vibrations, you have the right intent, you take the action, because that's the only way. You yell out and you put out your desire by taking that action, that this is where my attention is, because where your attention goes, that's what expands in your life. That means you invite much more of that back into your life. That's give and take, that's give and receive. So I invite you to take that action. I invite you to this beautiful community that I'm building, literally as a cult for women, to add empowerment, to help them show up in the world in a way that they can make choices so that they become decision makers in their life, in their families, in their environment, and they become a symbol of change for everyone else around them. Source of inspiration, right? It's I think really needed in times of today. So my friend, if you stuck around for all this while, awesome. I love you. I know you're here for making a change together with us. And if you want to know how to add one growth opportunity in your business every single week while working together with me, getting my support, getting my eyes on your business, tweaking one thing, one strategy, 1 week at a time, week by week by week, then I invite you to join the world of Quantum Queens, which is a weekly membership where we do exactly that. And if you want to know how does this whole thing work, what's in it for you, how you can keep adding opportunities of getting more clients and getting more and more juice out of what you're already doing, then make sure that you watch the next video underneath this, and it has all the details for you. This program is on waitlist and the doors open very, very rarely. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to stay tuned. And I'm going to meet you on the other side very, very soon. All right. Take good care of yourself. Ciao.